Beautiful day for a bike ride. Stunning, gorgeous. Days like today, I wouldn't mind actually owning a stationary trainer, but I don't have one, so I have no choice. At least it's only a short ride. Halfway through, and it's still smashing it down. I had a rest day yesterday and it was like the most beautiful weather. 23 degrees, sunny, no wind. And then you get back on the bike and it's this. Torture. Absolute torture. I hate these rides as much as everyone else does, but when you get home and you got a cup of tea, it always feels good to get it done. It sucks now, but it feels good later. I finished my ride, I'm dry, I'm warm, and I've got my tea. The colours at this time of the year are just insanely good. Like, check at this. Might not be able to see it with this camera, but check out all the reds, check out the yellows and the reds and the red berries. Grim day outside, but sick autumn colors. To be racing this late into October and to be doing a race in November is super unusual for me. The last time I did a race in November was still when I was racing back in South Africa in like 2012. Normally my racing season stretches from like mid-February through to the end of September. This year though, I started training, not racing, but I started training I think in the first week of November, and my season will end on the 20th of November 2016. So that means my season will pretty much stretch for just over 12 months. Like, that's insane. Normally by this time of year, I'm well into my annual break. At the end of each season, I like to take a really long annual break. I take a good 4 to 6 weeks off, like completely off the bike. I don't touch it, I don't ride at all. A lot of people are really scared to take a long break off the bike. They're worried about losing the fitness and losing all their hard work that they put in during the season. But for me, what you gain in sort of mental freshness and physical freshness is so worth it. When you do get back on the bike, you do feel a bit unfit and you do feel a bit rubbish, but it comes back so quickly. And after a couple of weeks, you start to feel good again on the bike, but you're still really physically and mentally fresh from that long break. Being mentally refreshed heading into what is often the most mentally difficult portion of the season, the winter, is super important. Having the motivation and just the drive to actually go out and do those training rides in the winter or do the training rides on the indoor trainer, whatever it is really important. If you head into the winter months fatigued and just not motivated, it's really difficult to even put together any decent winter training. So going into the winter focused, motivated and fresh can really help you get through what is the toughest part of the year to train through. When it comes to the length of your annual break, I usually let my body decide that. When my motivation returns and my desire to ride my bike returns, then I start to think about getting back into training. When I get back on my bike, I want to have that springy feeling. I want to feel like that 14-year-old kid who just started riding. I want to go fast, I want to descend quickly, I want to go around corners super fast. When I have that just super fun attitude to riding again, that's when I know it's time to get back to training. That can come back in 10 days, that could be 2 weeks, that could be 4 weeks, that could even be 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks for me before. And then when I got back on the bike, I was super unfit, but I felt so good and so excited and so ready to train. I've been training for pretty much 11 and a half months straight. I've had a few small breaks here and there after some big races, and I had a full week off a couple weeks ago before I started my prep for the Tour of Rwanda. While I am super motivated for the Tour of Rwanda and my training is going well, I also do feel this underlying sense of fatigue, physical and mental. While I am motivated to go out and do my sessions and train really hard, I am also really looking forward to taking a couple weeks off the bike. I can just really feel that my body's needing a bit of time to recharge and just rest and recover. So don't neglect your annual break. Take some time away from the bike, rest, recharge, recover, do some stuff that you don't normally have time to do or don't normally have the energy to do, and what you lose in fitness you will gain back 100 times over, starting the season rested, refreshed and ready to go. Check out the mist just rolling in. 5 minutes ago I could see the valley floor. Sarah has her final race of the season this weekend. It is a half iron distance race in Sardinia in Italy. We're both looking forward to a bit of time off this mountain and hopefully some slightly warmer weather.